Morning. Good morning. That's better. The temperature says 60 degrees, but it feels a lot hotter right here in front because all these extra degrees. That's the first time I tried that one, so thank you for indulging me. My name is Michael Ciosi, and I have the distinct pleasure of serving as the president here at Rowan College of Burlington County. And I want to welcome everyone to this year's annual graduation ceremony. We are so glad that you could join us to celebrate the success of our students right here in front of me. Our campus never looks better than at graduation when it's filled with inspirational graduates, their proud and supportive friends and families, and those of us who are privileged to work with them. Today is one of 3 ceremonies that we are conducting this week for each of our academic divisions. Yesterday we had liberal arts. Today we have science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And later this afternoon we have our health sciences division. As a reminder, I can see the cameras right there, so thank you Sam and Dan and Dave, wherever you are. Today's ceremony is being live streamed on YouTube, accessible through the college's website, rcbc.edu. So if you want to send a quick text to someone, they can watch along with us. Before we begin, let's honor our country and all of the brave men and women who have served to protect our freedoms. Please stand for the national anthem. Please remain standing, as I would like to take a moment of reflection to say a prayer, remember a loved one, or just appreciate your personal journey to this day. Thank you. You may all be seated. I think it's important to take that moment to reflect because there's been a lot to think about over the past 3 years. Our worlds have changed, but nothing can take away the accomplishment of our students who have transitioned to earning a college degree in circumstances that no one could have imagined. Earning a degree is difficult enough when you're balancing priorities such as career and family. Throw in this never-ending pandemic that has threatened people's lives, livelihood, and in many cases, our collective sanity. So while it's easy to think of experiences that we lost over the past year, I prefer to look at what we have gained. We have all gained the self-confidence and empowerment of overcoming an unprecedented generation-defining moment of our lives. Our students, faculty, and staff reinvented how we work and learn with flexibility, patience, and good nature. We have reimagined the meaning of community as we've adapted to a digital world more quickly than we anticipated and welcomed the opportunity to reunite in person. We have helped each other, whether it was students helping each other study online, faculty members giving struggling students their cell phone numbers, or our nursing students who volunteered at some of the COVID testing and vaccination centers. So while this has been difficult on a million different levels, I'm going to emerge with a greater sense of appreciation for family, community, and our ability to persevere. I hope you share some of my pride and optimism that is inherent in the class of 2022. I also want to acknowledge my appreciation for some special guests seated behind me and in the front row. First up, somebody that you're going to hear from today is one of the President's Award winner recipients, Gia Carciello. Our keynote speaker, the President and CEO of Parts Life, Sam Thevenagam. Burlington County Commissioner Director Dan O'Connell. The Chair of the Rowan College of Burlington County Board of Trustees, Robin Walton. Another trustee of the college, Bishop Dorian Morgan. My dream team, RCBC Senior Vice President and Provost, Dr. David Spang. Vice President of Enrollment Management and Student Success, Dr. Karen Archambault. And the Vice President for Workforce Development, Anna Payanzo-Cotton. And a special guest from Wilmington University, the Vice President for Institutional Advancement, Dr. Jackie Barcelona. And in the VIP seating, we have the college's Chief Administrative Officer, Nicole Tavares, Foundation Trustee, Amy Webb, and representing the New Jersey Council of County Colleges, the Strategy and Workforce Partnerships, and an RCBC alum, Lauren Purnell, the Director of Innovation and Technology, Veda Shamshiddin, and the Program Manager, John Miller. But the real VIPs of the day, our graduates. Yes, let's clap, let's clap. Your degree is going to certify that you possess knowledge and mastery of skills. Earning that degree amid a pandemic certifies your character and work ethic. It is a badge of honor that you can proudly show to the world as proof that you are career-ready, crisis-tested, and one tough Baron. And the fact that you chose the #1 community college in New Jersey proves that you were already smarter than most. Now, as you move forward, please remember where you came from and the others who follow in your path. Be generous with your time and experience. Mentor RCBC Barons. Provide jobs when you're in a position to hire. Or, and I got criticized for this hustle yesterday, you can give a few dollars to the RCBC Foundation, which provides financial support to future students. And you can do that right now by texting RCBC to 71777. But now we're going to hear from a very impressive Baron. 6 years ago, if you told Gia that she would be a college graduate, let alone one of the top of her class, she would have laughed at you. She was in a completely different place not that long ago, battling drug and alcohol abuse. Fortunately, Gia succeeded in taking back her life in a remarkable way. With sobriety, Gia has excelled in the classroom. Perfect 4.0 GPA, a member, that's clap-worthy right there. A member of the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society, and she became the first in her family to attain a college degree. She has completed a human services degree with a certificate in addiction counseling. This renewed sense of purpose includes helping others overcome addiction, just like herself. After completing an internship at Hope Sheds Light, she continues to volunteer there to help others that are battling addiction. Gia completed her work at RCBC last fall and is already enrolled at Rowan University, working towards her bachelor's degree in human service. Her goal is to become a substance abuse and addiction counselor and ultimately earn a master's in social work. Please welcome the 2022 President's Award winner, Gia Carciello.
Good morning, parents, friends, mentors, administrators, and of course the graduating class of 2022. We did it. We are finally graduates of Rowan College at Burlington County. I would like to start off by congratulating our valedictorian, Christina Salieri, and our other President's Award winner, Aaron Codwell. As I look into the crowd before me, I can automatically sense a wave of different emotions. From family, friends, and mentors, there's a huge sense of pride and happiness, but nothing tops the feelings we graduates have today. We are glowing and nothing can dull our shine. This feeling is like no other because it is such an unstoppable feeling. We should all be extremely proud of ourselves, and I believe that we deserve another huge round of applause, so let's hear it for our graduates. If anyone were to ask me, even 6 years ago, if I ever saw this in my future, I most likely would have laughed, because I did not think I was worthy of anything great in life, nor did I think I was smart enough. I went through a trauma at a young age, and I did not know how to properly cope, so I eventually turned to alcohol and drugs. I became addicted to opioids, and that ran my life for quite a few years. It ruined a lot of great relationships and damaged many others, especially the relationship with my brother. Sorry. As I was in and out of different rehabs, I did not want to become sober, so no facility was going to help me achieve that. The time finally came where I was facing incarceration, and let's face it, this face could not handle jail. I started to realize I needed a change in my life, but I was still not fully on board until my nephew Dominic was born. I thought I was being sly and secretly still getting high, but it was not a secret, and I was eventually told if I did not get help, I would no longer be allowed in my nephew's life. That is when I fought, and fought the hardest that I ever fought in my life. It was extremely difficult and daunting, but it made me realize that I can do whatever I put my mind to. I celebrated 5 years sober in March, and my nephew turned 5 in September. He is by far the greatest thing that has ever happened to me, and of course we are best friends because I play Fortnite with him. The relationships I was able to repair and the other ones I have gained are stronger than ever, especially the ones with my family and my best friends who mean the world to me. I guess what I'm trying to say is that no matter what hardships life throw at you, you will always be able to conquer them by fighting for yourself because you are worth fighting for. Today is a day of triumph. Today marks the end of yet another chapter in our lives, but also opens all the right doors for our future. These past few years have been extremely challenging for most of us, but we all battled through it. That right there shows a lot of dedication. Dedication and a great work ethic will get you far in life, and I would not be standing in front of you today if I were not dedicated to my recovery. I am sure I'm not the only one here who struggles with addiction, mental health, gender bias, etc., and you are all still here today. That is absolutely amazing. Each of us has our own story, and each one is unique and worthy. Life can be very overwhelming at times, but you have to remember that you are worth all of it. It is also important not to be afraid to ask for help. Asking for help builds connections and offers resources that you may not even know you needed. Fight for your worth and never back down. Michelle Obama once said, "Don't be afraid, be focused, be determined, be hopeful, be empowered." And that is how I want every one of you to feel when faced with new obstacles. Life is a journey, and we don't stop growing once we get our diplomas. Life is about remaining teachable and gaining new skills that will carry us for the rest of our lives. Being here today has already shown us how capable we all are of accomplishing our goals when we commit ourselves to them. I hope all of us here can take these personal accomplishments as examples of how anything is truly possible when we put our minds to it. I would like to thank my family and my friends and my professors for helping me along my journey here at RCBC. I would especially like to thank my girlfriend for pushing me to go back to school because she knew I was capable of such success way before I did. I wish all of you the best of luck with your futures and always to do everything with an open heart. As Nicki Minaj would say, greatness is what we're on the brink of.
I don't know what Fortnite is or Nicki Minaj, so thank you, Gia. Wow. Let's give another round of applause for Gia. if someone were to ask me what you could do with a community college education, I'd ask what you can't do with a strong academic foundation. Actually, I would probably talk to you for a couple hours because I actually work at a community college, so I know a little bit about them. But I would point to someone like Gia, who overcame enormous life obstacles. And I'd also point to today's keynote speaker, Sam T., as he's known around here, who is a proud graduate of Glen Oaks Community College, who graduated from there and built an impressive career highlighted by entrepreneurialism, engineering, and community service. He has over 30 years experience in executive leadership as the president and CEO of Parts Life, DeVal Life Cycle, and LC Engineers in Cinnaminson, which are leaders in the defense and space manufacturing. I think what I'm most impressed by with Sam is his commitment to this community. He served as a former member on the RCBC Foundation Board, and he continues to support our students as an employer partner who hires RCBC students. He's frequently on campus to provide input to our academic curriculum, mentor our students, or to simply engage with students. One time, he actually catered a Thanksgiving meal for all of the international students here at RCBC. Now, I think as much as Sam's career is based on science and the scientific process, I think it's very telling that the faculty member who actually nominated him to be the keynote speaker was not a member of the STEM faculty, but actually an English instructor and former RCBC valedictorian, Gina Yanuzzi. And here's part of the submission that came to us when we sought solicitations for speakers. Sam T. is a very humble, generous, and positive leader. He invests in our local community and understands that people are worth the investment of time and care. We need more of these traits in the next wave of leaders. I completely agree with Gina, and I'm proud to invite Sam to the podium.
I brought a rubber ball with me, and as I squeeze it, you would notice that it goes right back to its original shape. This characteristic, as a technical term, is called rebound resilience. I'll say that one more time, rebound resilience. For those of us who are not STEM graduates, the term is short-term memory. As I look at the audience today, that is what I see. I see resilience. I see that you have been able to take everything that life has placed in you in the last 25 months and have been able to overcome online learning, remote learning, being able to take the courses that you needed to take in order to get here. So congratulations to the graduates, to the family, to the other loved ones who are here, the family members, the well-wishers. Congratulations for getting to this particular place. I would also like to thank the administrators and professors because it took their ability to be able to resilient to be able to get here. So thank you. Let's give everyone a hand. As I think about the word resilience, it is something that you overcame these last 25 months. But I would encourage you and urge you to be able to take this into the next phase of your life as well. Right? We talked about the fact that this rubber is an amazing thing, right? The reason why as it comes back is why it's a great material for sealing, because if you squeeze it right into a crevice or a crack, it comes right back. And that is exactly the word picture that I want for you to take with you as you continue to navigate life. And you have come to a milestone. I'm not going to call this the finish line because all of you have the ability, the know-how, the capability, the capacity to continue to move forward. So I'm not going to call it the finish line. I'm going to call it a milestone. I have a question for you. What is your favorite ice cream place? Think about your favorite ice cream place. For me, I like Dairy Queen. But I have to tell you, when I get to Dairy Queen and I'm about to order, I start to freeze. The reason I start to freeze is there are so many choices. What type of cup? Is it a cone? What type of flavor? What type of toppings are you going to want on it, right? A lot of decisions, a lot of choices. So the first ingredient that I talked to you about was the word resilience. The second is the word specialization. Every one of you had an opportunity to be able to choose what it is that you are going to be doing for your future. I want to congratulate you on the fact that you chose to be a STEM graduate. You've decided to specialize in STEM, and I want to thank you as somebody who is a president of a company that actually hires STEM people, that you decided to do STEM. I'm part of the National Association of Manufacturers, and it's a national organization, and what they say is that in the next 2 years, by 2025, there will be a shortage of 2 million STEM graduates. Think about it. So I want to congratulate you on the fact that you chose to do something that the marketplace needs, that the region needs, and that America needs. So congratulations on that. I attend a local church close by. On an average Sunday, there is about 500 students. I talk to young people and ask them what they are studying. You know the answer that I get from most of them? They're studying communication. In the era of social media, TikTok, and Twitter, a lot of people think that the way to create value is by doing communication. I have a question for you. What do you think Elon Musk studied in university, right here in University of Penn? I have an answer for that. He studied physics and he studied economics. Every one of you has the same potential of Elon Musk right with you. And as you continue your journey, some of you may be going into the workplace, some of you or many of you are going to be going to four-year school. I would continue to encourage you to make sure that you realize that you specialized in STEM. And as you continue to do that, you will have the same ability to be able to do what Elon Musk is doing. As Dr. Ciosi said, I came to this country in 1985 to attend a community college very similar to this. And then I graduated with a four-year degree in sales and marketing, and I got hired by a company right here in the Delaware Valley in 1985. In 1988, I came to work here in Philadelphia. After working there for 12 years, I was a consultant for a company for 7 years, and then I started my company in 2007. The first 3 years were extremely difficult. My wife and I, we had 4 children, and then a fifth in 2008, had a very difficult time being able to put food on the table. I have to tell you that when I was a consultant for this small company, they were a company that actually designed and developed seals for the mobile construction industry. Companies like Caterpillar, Komatsu, Volvo, Case New Holland, and people that were involved in earth moving and using mobile construction cylinders used these seals. And there was a seals engineering exam that you could actually prepare and pass for. I sat for this exam. I studied hard. I sat for the exam. I got the lowest score in the history of that company, the lowest score. I was not a very good STEM student, but rather than being known for having failed the test and having got the lowest score, I decided to go to work. I spent the next 12 Saturdays with the chief engineer of that company. I'm sure he felt very sorry for me. So he would come in on Saturdays, and on his own time, He helped me to go all over the grand dimensioning that I needed to know, the chemistry of the material that I needed to know, and eventually I passed the test. Fast forward to 2010, while my company was struggling, I got an $80,000 purchase order for a couple of seals. That purchase order went from $80,000 to $1 million to $3 million, all in the space of 6 months. And it's what the failing company that I had needed in order to be able to get me to that next level. I have to tell you that the grand dimensioning or the features on that item were very, very minute. You could actually measure it in human hairs. The material was extremely complex. My degree in marketing would not have been sufficient in order for me to be able to navigate that project. It took the STEM stuff that I did in order to be able to get me to be successful. What am I saying to you today? I did that when I was in my 40s, right? We need to take on the posture of being a lifelong learner. Being a lifelong learner, it is extremely important that what you have done so far, that you will continue to be able to do. As I close, I would like to thank President Ciosi and the Board of Trustees for giving me this opportunity to be here and to speak to you today. I want to congratulate you, the graduates, your parents, your well-wishers, the family members, but also the administrators and professors for creating an opportunity and giving you the ability to be able to rise up to your full potential. At a graduation very similar to this, Elon Musk was speaking, and he quoted Arthur C. Clarke. Sir Arthur C. Clarke wrote the book, I think it was called Space Odyssey 2001. He wrote that book in the 1960s, and he was a science fiction writer, did a lot of work in science. He said that magic is engineering, or magic is science that we have not understood yet. Again, magic is science that we haven't understood yet. So as you are resilient, as you specialize, as you take on the posture of a lifelong learner, let's go and create magic. Thank you.
I want Dairy Queen. Sam, thank you for those inspirational words and for sharing your story with our graduates. Now, no offense to Glen Oaks Community College, but it is not the #1 community college in New Jersey, so I think you deserve a degree from your home state's top college. Now, on behalf of the college, please join me up here as I give you an honorary degree in engineering.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Now, earlier I mentioned that Sam had been nominated to speak by a liberal arts faculty member. Now's the time where we're going to recognize a member of the STEM faculty for exemplary dedication to our students. Please welcome SGA President Emily Schott to announce this year's Professor of the Year.
Congrats to the graduating class. Yes. My name is Emily Schott, and I am RCBC's Student Government President. RCBC has given me the flexibility to explore my options and truly find my passion. Whether it's in or out of the classroom, students are pushed out of their comfort zones and encouraged to pursue their dreams. The main source of this encouragement directly comes from the professors. They are more than just a means of teaching lessons. They are there as crucial motivators to students achieving their goals. Each year, the graduating class honors one faculty member with distinction as Professor of the Year. It's a really tough decision because RCBC has so many excellent faculty members. This year's honoree is incredibly deserving. When asked to describe this professor, students included the following highlights. She encourages us to think critically and creatively while keeping lessons fun and lighthearted. She is a professor I can come to for both academic and personal matters, and she extends that same openness to all of her students. It is apparent that she loves every aspect of what she does. I have walked out of her class with a new appreciation for math and the way she teaches it. From the mathematics department, please join me in congratulating the 2022 Professor of the Year, Janine Miola.
Now, Janine, I'll just warn you, you do have to speak at next year's commencement ceremony. Okay. Nothing's free. All right. Now it's time for the most important part of today's ceremony. Please welcome the RCBC Board of Trustees Chair, Robin Walton, who will certify the class of 2022 for their degrees.
Good morning. Good morning. Yes, this is a day of celebration. We have a bit of an overcast, but this is an amazing day that you should all be excited about. And so while Dr. Ciosi said this is the most important part of today's ceremony, actually, I stand between, I think, what is the most important part of today's ceremony, and that is you all receiving your degrees. We are so very proud of each and every one of you on behalf of the Board of Trustees. And let me also acknowledge our faculty and our administrators and thank them for the amazing work they do and the commitment that they have to each and every one of you. I ask that you stand with me today, graduates, if you can. And I ask, I did this yesterday at the commencement ceremony, and I think it's important to do it with each of you as well. And yesterday, I didn't see while I was walking in that there actually is a sign there that says, "We did it," right? And while this is a collective journey, because you have your classmates, you have your professors, you have administrators, you have your family and your friends along the way. As a graduate, I understand that it very much is an individual journey. So I ask that each and every one of you say with me today, or after me, I did this today. And I need you to say it with confidence. Ready? I did this today. There we go. Yeah. Commissioner said the first one was a practice. And so, but I need you to understand what you're saying and own it. Because there is going to come a time, surely, if there already hasn't, we heard from our speakers today, right? Where you look yourself in the mirror as you're on your journey. And you are dealing with challenges and opportunities and gains and surely loss. And as you are on your journey towards either your next steps in education or in your career, raising a family or starting a family, or just living life, that the resilience that you heard about today, you are going to have to find within. And you are going to have to remember the journey that you have been on and the strength that you have And I encourage you to never lose it, but to remember that if you surely can have the strength, the resilience, and the commitment to this process of receiving a degree, because there are many late nights and early mornings and classes where you just don't always understand the work, right? But you stand here today able to say, I did this today. You can please have your seats. Thank you. So on behalf of the Board of Trustees, please accept our congratulations to all the graduates and their families on this outstanding achievement. Thank you for trusting RCBC to meet your educational goals, and best of luck in your next step. Whether you are entering the workforce or transferring to a 4-year college, please know, and it says I, but I'm speaking on behalf of the Board of Trustees, so I say we are so very proud of your accomplishments. And by the authority invested in me by the New Jersey Secretary of Higher Education, I ceremonially confer these degrees upon the candidates for graduation who have completed all of their degree requirements according to the college's academic and registration officials. President COC, you may call the candidates forward. Again, congratulations.
Okay. I will now ask that the ushers escort the candidates to the stage. Graduates, as your names are called and you come up here, please pick up the diploma shell to my left and then stop for a photo that will memorialize your achievement.
Mason Buckaloo. Seth Stewart, cum laude. Kia Kraft, summa cum laude. Ryan Egan, cum laude. Frankie Sanchez, cum laude. Aman Hamid. Maya Winter. Tyran Eddington. Lakia Hagan. Eddie Ionestra. Gia Carasello, summa cum laude. Rachel Napoli, cum laude. Natasha Rodriguez. John McCollum. Monica Rochelle Alexis Paramo, cum laude. Wendy Lyons, highest honors. Brittany Lazaro, cum laude. Mohammed Siddiqui. Amandeep Kaur. Jessica M. Owens. Kalila Gloucester Minnie. Kiran Vaswani, cum laude. Chauncey Foster. Riley Murray. Hamad McDougall. Jason Logan. Jalen Linzer. Sandra London. April Boykins. William J. Blackwell III. Tyler T. Smith. Ariana Novoa. Haley Levy. Nina Rossi, magna cum laude. Patrick McGlynn. Mohammed Eldeeb, summa cum laude. Serge Sarant. Harrison Kane, magna cum laude. Tamia McWhite. Julie Bitzer, magna cum laude. Melina Salkowska, cum laude. Christian Sanchez, cum laude. Elise Quinones, cum laude. Alyssa Wielden, cum laude. Lexis B. Donaldson. Madison Lusner, highest honors. Taylor A. Murray. Berenice Ramos, highest honors. Malik Yavos. Andrea P. Robles. Jennifer Warren, cum laude. Paulina Perez. Stacy Valdovoso. Ziana Robinson. Marion Nance Akins. Christopher Clark, honors. Pamela L. Bartlett, magna cum laude. Stephen A. Warner. Christopher R. Kirby. John P. Terafay Jr., summa cum laude. Dylan Storr, magna cum laude. Katrina Timmons. Erin Coker. Joshua Adamalekun. Gina Randazzo. Megan Hutton. Javira Mayorgan, cum laude. Alexandria Santa Maria. Ariana Santa Maria. Rachel Pierce, magna cum laude. Maria Kuchukova, summa cum laude. Alexander Testa, cum laude. Amanda Caceres, cum laude. Eunice Kang, summa cum laude. Stephanie Wilson. Jenna Lantanzio. Jada Owens, cum laude. Stephanie Stanmore. Ada Eris Romero. Taylor Barletta. Nalia Villarani. Leanne Perez, magna cum laude. Misael Perez. Kushi Shah, magna cum laude. Akifa Patan. Baja Fields. Amel Sims. Samantha Dela Cruz, cum laude, dual degree. Leonardo Aragon. Don Weber, cum laude. Tega Zoma. Adela Tana Taylor, highest honors. Alexis Surgener. Giuliani Sternati. Christopher Dolan, Jr. Shane Gordon, cum laude. Dominic A. Costa. Brandon D. Ozier. Amy R. Demeter. Gabriel J. Montes, summa cum laude. Samuel Clergy, cum laude. Nyla Bogan. Syra Rizvi. Amaris J. Ball. Artia M. Brown. Siani A. Robinson, cum laude. Isabella Verdugo Hernandez.
All right. Let's give a round of applause for Crystal Bourne for that reading. She had some help from the dean, so we'll thank him too. Now, Sam alluded to STEM majors being smart, but I will say, you stuck the landing. You got, every one of you picked up your shell and stood, and it was perfect. We'll have to hold you. The bar is now set, so congratulations. To the class of 2022, congratulations. I want to congratulate you for, not for the accomplishments. We heard a bunch of summa, magna, cum laudes. We know the GPAs. All the hard stuff's done. You got up here, you picked up your shells. But you came and you participated today, right? I mean, this is awesome stuff to see. We call that building the Student Success Center, but what is in front of me is student success. So take a moment, enjoy this moment, and celebrate it. But before you do that, you may now move your tassels from your right to your left. Before we conclude, I want to applaud the faculty and staff who have worked tirelessly to prepare the next generation of leaders. Faculty are my right here, and staff are all throughout this quad. To everyone on the other side, the family, the friends in the audience, the people watching at home who have supported our graduates every step of their long journey. Let's give them a round of applause. And of course, to this good-looking group of people right in front of me, one final round of applause to the class of 2022. Congratulations on your accomplishments. So as we conclude this morning's ceremony, I ask that our guests remain standing at your seats while the platform guests exit and the graduates and the faculty and staff are led out of the quad. Good luck.